Welcome back to Corvette Academy. Last time I talked about how to take your Corvette to S-Class and get the supercharged slot positions you want. Now I'll cover the basics of tuning your Corvette's weapons power, warp range, handling, and speed. There are some must-know tips and tricks in this video, so make sure you stick around until the end. In this video, I'll share tips for unlocking all your tech slots in your new S-Class Corvette and a trick for doing it for free, basics of tech adjacency and supercharged boosts, my table of Corvette modules and their performance stats, how these Corvette modules compare against S-Class and X-Class Starship tech modules, and the rarest X-Class module I have ever seen, how to minimize wasted space in your Corvette's tech panel, 2 examples of all of this put together, and coordinates for a system that has a good selection of S-Class modules. But the very first thing I'd like you to learn is how to smash that like button. You can extend your skills with the subscribe button, and as you know by now, I love to hear your tips and personal methods down in the comments. Tell me what your favorite system to boost is. So first, to forge a truly legendary S-Class Corvette, you need to unlock all your tech slots. Normally, you unlock these by going to the upgrade console and clicking here. Each slot can cost millions of units, and there are a total of 60 slots in the tech panel. By default, you start with a lot of those already unlocked, but you're looking at around 500 million units or more. But hold on, here's a sneaky little trick that works as of December 2025. Try it, and it could save you millions of units. First, build a small Corvette like we did for unlocking your supercharged slots. Once that's done, finalize and fill up all your available tech slots with tech modules. Once you have filled every tech slot, go back into the Corvette build system and add as many core modules as you can. These are reactors, landing gear, halves, walkways, weapons. Anything in this first core modules tab will work. Doing this, the system will add more tech slots to hold these new Corvette modules. So see? You can quickly and easily max out your tech slots for free this way. Here's before, and it would cost you millions to unlock more. And here's after the trick. This works great if you have a lot of core modules lying around. It allows you to unlock them for very cheap. This trick is from generic username 775 on Reddit, so all hail this genius traveler. If that seems like too much work for you, you can always just turn on creative mode, go to the Starship upgrade console, and upgrade your slots for free. So now you have all 60 tech slots available. If you watched my video on upgrading to S-Class, your 4 supercharged slots will be in your preferred configuration. So now let's talk a little bit about adjacency bonuses. In case you don't already know, each technology gains a slight performance boost when placed next to similar tech. You can tell if this boost is active by the highlight color you see around the tech. See there? Adjacency bonus? No adjacency bonus. So that means you want to cluster all your hyperdrive tech together, all your pulse drive tech together. You get the idea. Generally speaking, worse mods go on the outside of the block, so you maximize your adjacency bonuses. You should also know that tech modules have a limit of 3 of the same type of tech. This applies to Corvette modules as well. You can install up to 3 upgrade modules from the same family for each technology. If you try to install more than that, the game will indicate that the technology is overloaded. So that means you can have 3 X-Class phase beam array boosts and the augmentation mods such as the Fournier delimiter. The cool thing is that Corvette modules do not count towards this limit, so that means you can have 3 Corvette boosting modules as well. Adjacency isn't as massive an improvement as strategic use of your supercharged slots, but it is absolutely worth doing. If you supercharge the central module and use strategic placement of your adjacency bonuses around that supercharged slot, the effects are multiplicative. If you want to dive into the numbers more, a good resource for this is the No Man's Sky wiki, linked down in the description. So let's talk about Corvette modules. Here is a chart I put together to give you an overview of the stats and special effects of all the current Corvette modules. A link to this table will be down in the description, and I'll keep it updated as new modules are added and balance gets tuned. You can sort the table by stat to see which part gives the most of a particular stat. This is a good way to start your experimentation. The reason you want to think about this is that you are limited to a total of 60 slots. With so much tech to fit, you need to be strategic. So that's the Corvette modules and their stats. Now let's talk about tech modules. You buy these at space and pirate stations. In case you don't have a go-to system for S-Class modules, here are the portal coordinates to a system with a good selection of S-Class. You can buy out the shop, save and reload to buy as many as you want so you can farm for that perfect S-Class roll. Also, visit some pirate systems to get X-Class tech modules. You buy these items, open them, and then you can roll for a good X-Class. And now I will reveal the rarest and most incredible X-Class mod I have ever found. Drum roll, please. Yeah. Comment down below with your best stat roll. The tech you want to look for are upgrades for your hyperdrive, pulse drive, weapon system of choice, and shields. But how do these tech modules compare to Corvette modules? Let's take a look. Here's the Corvette phase beam array versus an S-Class and an X-Class. Here is the Corvette module that boosts hyperdrive range versus S and X-Class hyperdrive tech modules. S-Class modules provide consistent stats but don't go as high as a best stat X-Class can. X-Class modules are a bit of a gamble, but they can provide some really broken stat boosts. If you want to dive deeper and really geek out with the math, go on Reddit. There are a lot of people who know a lot more than I do. I also found this great guide on Reddit, so go check that out. Credit to the username you see now. This is a gradual process of buying and selling tech modules while you look for your perfect mods. I personally enjoy the gameplay loop of opening the mystery module box. If it's great, yay. If it's not, upload it to YouTube. Here's a tip for maximizing your tech panel space. If you build a Corvette with one hab, then fill the tech panel up with the tech that you want, then go back into the build system and then rebuild your Corvette to how you want it, you can have a large habitable space, but one hab in your tech panel. This is a must-do if you want to squeeze maximum performance out of your Corvette. Now let's go into how to tune these stats. Here are two examples. First, a phase beam setup and then a pulse drive setup. This will show how to place your Corvette and tech modules for maximum supercharged and adjacency bonuses. For phase beam, I supercharge the weapon itself and surround it with 3 X-Class mods I collected. Then I place the Corvette weapon array mods adjacent to the X-Class. And lastly, the Fournier delimiter on the outside of the cluster. By efficient use of the supercharged slot, we took our damage from 21 to 7100 DPS. A more complex example is the pulse drive. You want to supercharge your best performing mods, such as your X or S class. Take a look at this table. As you see, the best engine increases boost speed, maneuverability, and drive efficiency comparable to a mid-range S-Class module. Not as much as the best statted X-Class that you can get, but you can have 3 X-Class, 3 Kineo Stream, 3 Medusa, and 3 Azimuth. This can allow you to boost the performance of your Corvette to crazy heights. That being said, bigger isn't always better. With a maneuverability score of around 6,000, your ship can glitch and spin out if boosting and braking while doing hard turns. My preferred sweet spot is around 3,000 to 4,000. So there you have it. If you followed these steps in this video, you now have a super powerful Corvette armed to the teeth and ready for anything. Now for the secret tip. The best part of all of this is that once you have your S-Class Corvette and maxed out the storage and tech slots, you can rebuild your Corvette completely at any time you want. Just make sure you modify, not build a new ship. Building new opens the door to accidentally replacing your ship and losing all your hard work. So modify, travelers. Make sure you modify. Also, if you've made it this far, you surely have liked and subscribed. No? Why not max your uplink to the information pipeline? Subscribe to Nighttime Gaming and get all the tips, tricks, and techniques you need to build awesome Corvettes in No Man's Sky. Fancy a full build guide? I have those too. Until next time, I'll see you in the stars, travelers.